Um, I don't know how much further I have got to go. Wait a minute. Really? Oh, I can go back here. I didn't know that. Nice. I'm going back here. Before I do that, I'm gonna do outfits and weapons. So, um, I've cleared out a good portion. As you can see, 100%, 100%. Come on, light up. Trail of the Eagle. I still have to go get a map off that one. So, and then the hidden city is says I'm missing one survival cache and I think one mission, but I don't know. That thing is huge in there, so I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. And I think I'm going to be going up here to this volcano. I don't know. Maybe over here. Right now I'm in Vias Vertos. But this is about the outfits, so and you get a ton. We'll start with the outfits. Do full body. Um, as you can see, tactical. Each one of these outfits, most of them give you certain things. Like this one is increase the amount of ammunition crafted on the run and get XP from stealth kills. I've never really done the ammunition. I usually make sure I'm fully loaded, so that way I know what it is. Robes of Puka, whatever the heck this thing. I'm not even trying to say it. Health regenerates more quickly during breaks in combat. I'll be honest with you, so far, with what I've discovered, that I've never really used it. But in the beginning, if you don't have, you can gain additional hide and fat from animals with this one. Explorer. Um, this one is pretty handy if you're trying to gather materials. This is the one you want if you can use it. If you're in the hidden city, they don't let you use it though. That's the only problem. Because this one gives you plant and mineral and gives you XP, additional XP for hunting animals. So this is a very good one to have on the setup. But unfortunately, in the main city itself, they don't let you use it. Because you'll be like, oh, it's an outsider. So, blue hair and tunic. This allows you to talk to the rebels in the city. Serpent guard allows you to talk to the cultists. Just plain adventure, it has no benefits. Survivor, same thing. Remnant jacket. And none of these give you any benefits. This one's kind of cool. Gives you the skulls. But again, it gives you no benefits, so. The Angel of Darkness. This is reminiscent of the earlier games. I swear this makes your boobs look bigger. You know what's funny is I've actually played with this character. I mean, not on this game. I mean, the original Tomb Raider. So, and of course you get the bomber jacket with it. Crimson Huntress. Now, this is not a bad one either. You get the bonus XP from hunting animals, and time is slowed when aiming. But again, like when you're hunting animals, I mean, hunting is a secondary nature on this game, so you'll be able to get plenty. Same stats, but different look. Now this one, enemies take longer to detect and identify Laura as a threat. So far up to this point, I have played against... I've gone against cultists, I've gone against the... I don't even know what the hell you call them, in the caverns. You know, I don't bother with it. You're either gonna stealth kill them, and if they do find you, I mean, like I said, it gets over pretty quick. And then the same thing, but different color. Oops, get back there. And that's like a light, that's a dark. This is the honor guard. Now this one you take less damage from bullets and ammo and increase the amount of ammunition on the run. That's the honor guard, this is the battle dress. It's the same thing, just different look. Scales of Q. This has a double melee resistance. Takes significantly less damage. Now, this would come in handy. There's a couple times of instance where it would have come in handy, but problem is, by the time I got through it, I was wearing something else, and I think there's maybe only two or three times I would have actually used this. And again, just a different look, same stats. Now this increases perception and reduced noise from running. Of course, you know, you're not really running through the jungle. You're taking your time because you're looking for herbs and other stuff. So, different color. This is the Dragon Scales Legend. Now this health regenerates more quickly during breaks in combat. You got fire and stumble resistance. Overall, up to this point, there's been a couple times where I've dealt with fire, notably in one particular dungeon that this may have been happening. I don't know if I still would have died. Unfortunately, I got stuck, and it took me a little while to get through it. Water, piranhas, fire, it was a pain in the butt. And Dragon Scale, same thing, just different look. Reptile Howl. Now, this gives you bonus XP for assault kills, but it's non-stealth, and then you get less damage from bullets and arrows. So that's not too bad. Overall, up to this point, I'd say... I've done about, out of 100% for kills, I'd say I've probably done maybe about 45% stealth, and... no. I'd say I've done about 35 stealth, and about 45 with non-stealth, so... It's hard to tell. Midnight Sentinel. Now this is a cool looking outfit. This gives you the increased perception for the herbs, and it slows down the time. And then here it is, classical. And that's it for the full body outfits. Now, the upper body, start over here. This is, okay, this gives you basically tactical adventure, absolutely nothing. Now, 9 strides harness. Now remember, you've got upper and lower body here. So the upper body gives you one, the lower body will give you another. This is basically craft additional ammo on the run. This increases. Now I use this one a lot because it increases perception herbs. Lasts longer. I've used this one quite a bit just to increase the duration. This one time slowed for a longer period when aiming. Requires scales of the serpent. I mean, if you've got this and you don't have that, don't bother wearing it because it won't work. Frack, I forgot the name of that tomb. There's a particular tomb in the city, and this one comes in handy. This is the vest. Enemies take longer to detect and identify lore as a threat. Which, I don't know. The war vest take less damage from melees. Take less damage. Mantle 6 guy. Yahweh's battle. Now this one, there is achievements. Like one of the things you got to kill like 10 enemies when endurance is in play. So what I would do is I would wear this so that way my endurance lasted further and I can kill the enemies. Once I got past that point, it was like, now it does give you a longer resistance to damage, so it's kind of a catch-22. Okay, we're going to go back, put this down here, and now we're going to take out the boots. Now, here's the boots. This gives you additional hide and fat from animals. Look below. Again, if you're going to go hunting and you want to stock up on your stuff, throw that on. If you're trying to get herbs, you want to do the 9 strides because it gives you fat, black powder, and salvage resources. It doesn't give you a heck of a lot, I'll be honest with you. If you collect 2 herbs, it'll give you 3 herbs. If you collect 2 black powder, it just basically adds 1 additional one. But I mean, in the long run it does. This one is for the plants. Even Stars boots. This one is longer detection for animal predators. Never used it. I mean, you got wolves. There's a cave. And the moment you step in the cave, they all come at you, so. Now, this is bonus stealth kills. I use this a lot. I depending on where I'm going, I'll switch back and forth between this. I try to keep this going for stealth. Reduce noise from running. Again, I don't really run a lot. And this is non-stealth kills. So I'm like of 2 minds here. And here's the health regeneration. I'll be honest with you. You've got herbs you can heal. And I'll go in. There's stats that you could take. When you heal yourself, you actually take no damage whatsoever for a couple of seconds. So this, I never bothered with the health regeneration stuff. This one is fire resistance and stumble, which is kind of cool. And there you go. There's the boots. Now, what do I use? Where is it? That's the perception. I'm on time slowed down. And where is it? Wait. That's non-stealth. Nope, not non-stealth. Where is it? And stealth kills. So this is basically what I'm using. I do the time slowed down for longer periods of time when aiming, and then I get the XP for stealth kills. That's what I'm using. Now we're going to go to the weapons. Each bow. This is your basic bow that you're going to get in the game. This is fully maxed out. All the damage, rate of fire. 6 guys warbow. Damage, rate of fire, draw speed. This is the Serpentwood bow. Right here. This is the one I use. Heart of the Eagle. The reason I use this is because the damage is very high. Higher damage means they die quicker. This is the Atlo bow. Atol, how do you pronounce it? Who knows? Oath Takers. Serpent Lash. And this is the Oath Takers Eternal. Now, if you look, wait a minute. So we'll go there. They're both the same. So the Oath Taker and the Oath Taker Eternal Service, they do the same damage, rate of fire, they just have different looks. That's all there is to it. Now, this is the one for the last one I just did. I got this, the Godslayer. Which it's not too bad at all. But if you look at it, see it compares, it shows you on the right damage, rate of fire from the bow that I'm using. So all the stats are the same, rate of fire, draw speed, and hold time, but the damage is less. Now, the thing that this does, that my bow, while it does rated damage, it doesn't do anything else, but it's got a heck of damage. Now the God bow, where is it? Where did it go? Oh. The Godslayer, purge your enemies with the flames. Deals increased fire damage. But the problem is you need to use your fire arrows. Well, you only have 6 fire arrows, so. Okay. Oh. It won't let me show you. It won't let me show you the Silver Strike bow. Here, I'll just click it on so you can kind of see it. That's because that was an in-game weapon that I got when I bought the game, so. See, all these you can upgrade. Where's my bow? There we go. Heart of the Eagle. There we go. Now we'll go down to the handguns. And, you know, it all depends on your playstyle, how you wanna run it. 45. CT. Uzi. They call it a Net 14, but that's basically an Uzi with a flare, with a flare attached to it. This is like to me, this is a 357 Magnum. This is the one I'm using, the Riverhawk, simply because of the damage. Silent Sting. That looks like a 9mm Luger. And then the Silent Sting Scorpion, which is the same thing, only it's polished. Ooh, pretty. Now, in the beginning when I was going through the jungle, I kept the suppressed ones, even though I had guns that did higher damage. And then I got to a point where I realized, the primary weapons that I've been using in this game is my bow, my knife, the times that I've used the pistols, I used the pistols in the very beginning just to kind of like hunt game, to conserve until I got enough, like I'd switch, I only had so many arrows, only had so many bullets. So I'd run out of arrows and I'd switch to the handgun. So I'd use the silent one because it was silenter. But at this point, if I have to use the gun, I want the one that does the most amount of damage. And that is the Riverhawk. So, I'm sorry, not the Riverhawk. The JD. But the only problem with the JD is only fires 6 rounds. It's a revolver. So, between that, now you can see where the damage is. It just is a little bit. Rate of fire is lower, reload ammo. So you switch over to the Riverhawk and you got all that. So, that one's kind of fun, but that, pull the trigger and it just spray and pray. So, now let's go down to rifles. Now the one I'm using is what they call the GF-RAL. This is basically single shot. You got to keep pulling the trigger on it every single time. But it pretty much takes the enemies out with one shot. This is your first one you get right here. It's the Victor. As you go, this one's a light machine gun. Runs it. The Wasp. Spray and pray. And again, like I said, it all depends on your play style. I mean, depends on how you want to do it. Umbrage. Oh, I got this one. The Umbrage I got with the game, so I used that one in the beginning a lot. And also because it's suppressed. But look, in comparison to the weapon I'm using, the damage is a lot less. So. And then I picked this one up, and it's the same. Basically, the Umbrage I forgot where I got this. It's the same thing, only I think. Yeah, this one's red. So the Umbrage shade is bright red, and that's just the silver. So they're the rifles. Now, on the shotguns. Mind you, I think there'll be more weapons, but this is what I've gotten so far at this point. I think, is this the first one you get? I don't remember. So, shotguns are relatively, they do damage. They're close-up weapons. So, and the thing with the shotgun, pick the most powerful one. That's what you want. Gold. I'm tempted just to walk around with gold. I like gold weapons. In Red Dead, I gold-plated all my weapons. But this is the one, unfortunately, it won't show because I don't know where I got it. I acquired it. I didn't buy it. So, but if you look at the damage, as I go down, all the damage, I mean, that was weird. I mean, this one's fast, but look at the damage. It does hardly any damage. And ammo capacity is low. So, if I switch over to this, basically, this one, the Whispering Scourge, highest ammo capacity, highest rate of damage, and it's silenced. So, and then you have your basic standard climbing axe, and since I ordered the next step up, I got the Grip of Fear, which supposedly they're supposed to, it's optimized for climbing and fighting. And then I just happened to get, let's see, that's like a brown, and then I just picked this one up, Grip of Fear, White Knuckle. So I switch to that. Knife is just a knife. Alright, let's see. And then, as soon as you can, upgrade your quiver. Arrows. You upgrade all your satchels, ammo holders, rifle, shotguns. So, I don't think, it doesn't show it to you. Oh yeah, it does a little bit, I guess. That's the Ascender, lockpick, and override. So, going back, like I said, depending on your playstyle and what you're doing, if you're hunting her, if you're going for plants, pick the stuff that gives you additional plants and plants and herbs. That way you can boost it up really quickly, and you can turn around once you filled up. You can sell them, and then go and pick some more, and you can do it pretty quickly. I actually was at a point. This game has a cap. I was just going back and forth from different areas, and I was picking hot plants and gold, and I was getting everything, shooting the animals. I was building my money up. You can only get 64,000 gold in this game. That's it. Once you get that, you can't sell anything. I'm like, So, just be aware. And in a lot of cases, a lot of the higher-end weapons that I'm finding, like the outfits and the weapons, the higher-end ones, they're anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 gold. So, pick the outfit that you're going to use. And for the weapons, well, I highly recommend Heart of the Eagle simply because of the damage rate. Takes them out really quick. Your choice for the handguns, whatever you like. Me, I go with the Riverhawk at this point because it does the most damage and it's got a higher second highest damage, and it's got more ammo capacity. I go with the GF Ral simply because of the damage, and then the Whispering Scourge for my shotgun. So, oh, there we go. Let's see what here we go. So this, see, loud. Shotgun. Nice. And then we'll go to the pistol. And of course, flares. And with the rifle, it's grenade launcher. And there's absolutely nothing with the shotgun. I haven't found anything yet. And you've got your bow, which is standard arrow. Now, that's fire. If you push it up again, shoot, that's sleep. And then the other one is fear. And unfortunately, I don't have enough stuff to do fear, so. Now we're going to make up my ammo. Okay, I got 4 there. Maxed out on that, maxed out on that, maxed out on that. Alright, beautiful. So we're all maxed out. So there you go. There's an example of some of the weapons, what they look like, outfits, what they do. And that's it. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video.